For this next upgrade to the Mustang, I'm gonna switch out the shifter. So the stock shifter on the new Edge Mustang has a really far throw. So if we take a look at this, all right, so first all the way up here, second all the way down there, third, again, fourth. So I'm traveling really far. So the goal is with the new MGW short shifter, these movements should be much tighter. There's no reason for me to have this much travel between first and second gear. So let's see how much the throw is reduced when I put on the new short throw shifter from MGW. Short throw shifter, I got the race extension for it right here. And I don't think this will be too difficult of an install, but we're about to find out. All right, so here we go. Got the new MGW short throw shifter right here. Got to get this old stock one off, and it should be relatively straightforward. So right now, just need to get the old shift knob off. And I'm actually gonna use this shift knob later because I like the factory look. So I'm gonna hold on to this. And now we need to get this plastic piece out. There we go. And undo this back here. Got my nitro gloves on. Now the boot should just come off. All right, so now we have 4 8mm bolts that are holding the dust cover on, and then we also have bolts going through here holding the shift knob on. So we're gonna get this off first, and then we're gonna take the dust cover off. After we get the dust cover off, we're gonna put the put this back on so we can get the shifter out of here. Two 10mm bolts out. Now we need to get this dust cover off. All right, we got all 4 of the 8mm bolts out of the dust cover. There's the old dust boot. And now it's time to get the original shifter out right here. All right, so now we got all the 4 bolts out. What we need to do now is put the old shift handle back on so we can get some leverage and get this out. I'm gonna prep the area a little bit, put down some rags so we can keep it as clean as possible in here. What I'm doing right now is just getting this back on hand tight, and then I'm gonna use this to get some leverage, and we can pop the old shifter off the top of the transmission. Here is the factory one right here. So what I want to do is, it's a little plastic piece on the bottom of this one right here that we need to get off and get on the new shifter. We're gonna clean this area up real quick. So what I'm doing now is just cleaning up some of the residual from the old gasket sealer on there. It's not really too bad, so. All right, so now that we got this area set up a little bit, what I want to do now is take the old plastic piece off the bottom of the old shifter and put it on this new one. So here it is. Here's the new shift knob from MGW right there. So what we need to do is we need to put that plastic piece down here. So, all right, so now that we got this situated, I'm gonna clean off, get some new nitro gloves, and we're gonna put the gasket sealer over top of the transmission. All right, so what we need to do first, we need to just puncture this. There we go. And make sure we don't get it on anything. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna use the new hardware on this. And these bolts are actually a little bit longer than the factory. So we got all these guys on there. And you always wanna start by hand threading these. All right, got the MGW shifter installed. Now we need to get this dust cover back in there. Want to make sure that that rubber gasket is still all the way around there, not looped up on anything. That looks good right there. All right, now that we got the factory dust boot on there, the next thing we need to do is put on this cover that MGW provides right here. So little sound deadening materials. There we go. Let's see. All right. And now we just need to put on the top piece. So these used to be orange. It looks like MGW now has them out in blue. I prefer blue, even though you don't really even see it. So I'm gonna get this situated so it's pointing over towards me a little bit. Probably about 7 o'clock right there. And also they give you an Allen key to use. According to MGW, these Allen bolts are very strong, so you don't have to worry about over torquing these things down. There you go, that feels good. And then now for the shifter. Also for the MGW shifter, they make it so that you can position it higher or lower if you want more or less of a throw. They also have 3 different types of handles. So this is a race handle. They also have comfort and standard. So I chose to go with the race. And for me, I'm gonna put this in so it's angled back a little bit and then probably have it just flush with the bottom. Now we just need to get the boot back on. Getting close to being done here. To get this boot situated. There we go. Put that in place. There's that little lip on the front of this, so I don't want to break that. There we go. All set. Wow. That is crazy. So much less room than before. Very happy. All right, let's take this thing out for a spin. All right, got the new short throw shifter installed, and this thing is so much better than stock. I mean, you hardly even have to move it and it's in the next gear. You know, finally feel like I'm not using my entire range of motion with my arm whenever I shift gears. Second. Third, it's just right there. Fourth. Feels good, everything's nice and tight. Fifth. You can find the gears really easy too. It's something I was a little worried about. So really happy with this right here. So let's check it out again. So I'll do a side-by-side comparison, but you got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, all really close to each other. There's reverse right there. So I mean, really, like, there's not that much movement here anymore. So this is really nice. Everything's like nice and neat, tucked away. I mean, it was only a couple $100. Took all of 30 minutes to install. I highly recommend getting one of these things. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.